Good afternoon. Welcome to a Thurston County Board of County Commissioners public hearing for Tuesday, September 15th, 2020. It is 3:09 in the afternoon, and this is regarding information technology, or the IT Security Performance Audit provided by the Washington State Auditor's Office. The purpose of this public hearing is to accept and consider public comment on the IT Security Performance Audit provided by the Washington State Auditor's Office, which was released on Thursday, August 20th, 2020. This is a hybrid public hearing. Those wishing to testify have joined in person, by Zoom, emailed comment, or mailed comment. If you wish to testify, please visit the Thurston County homepage online and select announcements of public hearings on the left-hand side. The information to join this public hearing remotely has been posted there. If you do not wish to testify but would like to listen and follow along, please watch the live stream through Thurston County YouTube channel to help us manage our attendance. Staff, Dennis Osorio, the Director of IT, will introduce Michael Germstad of the State Auditor's Office to provide an overview of the audit. Assuming members of the public on Zoom wish to testify, I will read your name aloud. I will read the names on the sign-up sheet and just keep it flowing if anybody has signed up. You will have 3 minutes to testify, and time may not be donated to another person. When you're called on, please state your name and where you live in the county for the record. The clerk of the board, Amy Davis, will manage the timer for us if we need it. So the public hearing is now open. And Dennis Osorio, the Director of IT, will now present background information of the proposal, written comments submitted, and any additional information requested by the board. There you go, Dennis.
Thank you, Commissioner. Dennis Osorio, IT Director. Just to give some background, in 2019, Thurston County Information Technology engaged with the Washington State Auditor's Office to review the county's technology security. The State Auditor's Office and IT staff worked very closely in reviewing policies, procedures, practices, and architecture as it relates to security of the county IT systems and networks. The now completed audit is very comprehensive and has provided county IT staff with valuable recommendations of industry best practices to improve the overall IT security posture of the county. This audit is part of the State Auditor's Office Performance Audit program and is offered to local governments at no cost. And as part of the program, a public hearing is required to share the final report with the county leadership and the public. Now I'd like to introduce Michael Germstad to give the final report for the public hearing.
Thank you, Dennis. So my name is Michael Germstad, and I'm from the Office of the Washington State Auditor. And I would just like to start by thanking Dennis and the board for this opportunity to address you all today. And I am very pleased to present the results of the audit titled Opportunities to Improve Thurston County Information Security. So the State Auditor's Office is highly aware of the importance of IT security, and there are many professional publications, news stories, federal, state, and local audits, all describing the challenges and risks that governments are experiencing in their IT environment today. As a result of this, a few years ago, our office began developing a team of auditing and technical experts to allow us to offer local governments the opportunity to participate in performance audits focusing on IT security. Thurston County volunteered to participate a few years ago, and we began our audit in February of 2019 with the county. We looked at the county security from two perspectives for this audit. We looked at specific vulnerabilities that may exist in the IT environment that could lead to increased risk. For this, we brought in a team of external specialists with many years of experience at detailed testing of government networks and systems, and they performed a series of technical tests and manual reviews of devices and applications, and prepared and provided the results in the formal report that has been provided to Dennis and the rest of his team. For the second portion, as Dennis mentioned, we looked at best practices, and we looked at the county's policies, procedures, and standards, compared them to some leading practices For this purpose, we use the Center for Internet Security's controls. This is a challenging leading practice that is used to help identify areas of security strength as well as opportunities for growth. Our evaluation of the county's alignment with these controls included interviews, evidence gathering via observation review, and a variety of technical test scripts and automated scans. So before I go over the results of all that, I would like to mention this audit was conducted in accordance with generally accepted government audit standards, and it was also performed under the 2005 Initiative 900, which provided the funding for this audit as a performance audit. One of the requirements of Initiative 900 is to have a public hearing after the report has been released, which is what we're doing here today. And I also want to mention that a security assessment of any kind will always identify issues. IT security is complex, subject to frequent changes in the internal and external environments, as well as the ongoing identification of new risks and attack vectors. So what our audit found was that the county's policies and procedures partially align to the leading practices we tested against, and we also identified some specific technical concerns during the audit. These were all provided to the IT team at the county, and some significant issues that were identified have definitely been resolved, and they're continuing to work to improve their security. Also, as noted in the second paragraph of the audit results section of the report, our results statements are very high level. The purpose of this whole audit was to help the county identify ways to improve their security posture. And we determined that details of the security testing we performed could put the county's security at risk from external threats. So it would be counterproductive to provide too much detail in the formal report or the public report. And this handling is consistent with RCW 42.56.420 Section 4, which exempts the details of security assessments from public disclosure. So to kind of close this out, I would just say we recommend that the county continue its efforts to remediate the risks we were identified during the course of the audit and continue to work on improving their best practices and their overall IT processes related to security. And I would also just like to recognize the county's leadership by being a participant in these audits and the great willingness of the entire IT team to support the audit. Dennis Osorio, Brian Ferris, and Brett Clark in particular were a great deal of help, very responsive to our requests, and really made this the successful audit it was. We could not have done it without them. So thank you to them all. And any questions?
That was good. Thank you for that pat on the back for them, because we're quite impressed with the staff we have.
Yeah.
In position. Commissioner Edwards, any questions for either Mr. Germstad or for Dennis?
No, I'm not going to embarrass myself by asking any questions that I might not have a total understanding of. I know we have great staff, and I certainly do depend on them. So thank you all very much.
Thank you. Commissioner Menser, anything?
No, not at this juncture. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. And thank you so much for mentioning the RCW that exempts public disclosure of security type information. And if anybody was watching trying to get something, that can happen. Thank you for that. Romero, ready to take public testimony. If there's anybody on the Zoom or on the phone.
No, we don't have anybody present or on Zoom.
Okay, then I'm going to announce there is no testimony. Any discussion among my seatmates? Nope. All right, is there a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to close the public hearing. And this is the one on the IT Security Performance Audit. And all in favor say aye.
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 Aye. The motion carries and we're closed. We're adjourned. Thank you.
And we have another Zoom meeting for the follow up on the public hearing. So
On a different.
yeah, we close this one and please log on to the next one.
We're adjourned. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a Thurston County public hearing for September 15th, 2020. I've got 3:21 in the afternoon, and this is on the 6-year Transportation Improvement Program for the calendar years 2021 through 2026. The purpose of this public hearing is to accept and consider public comment of the proposed 6-year Transportation Improvement Program for the calendar years of 2021 to 2026. This is a hybrid public hearing. Those wishing to testify have joined in person, by Zoom, emailed comment, or mailed comment. If you wish to testify, please visit the Thurston County homepage online and select Announcements of Public Hearings on the left-hand side. The information to join this public hearing remotely has been posted there. If you do not wish to testify but would like to listen and follow along, please watch the live stream through the Thurston County YouTube channel to help us manage attendance. Present is myself, John Hutchings, the chair of the board, and Vice Chair Commissioner Ty Menser and Commissioner Gary Edwards. We also have the county manager, Ramiro Chavez, in the boardroom, and I believe we have Amy Davis, our clerk of the board, is in. And so Scott Bloom, our county engineer, will provide information on this topic. Assuming members of the public on Zoom wish to testify, I will read your names aloud. You'll have 3 minutes to testify. You can't donate your time to another person. When you are called on, please state your name and address for the record. And Amy Davis, our clerk of the board, will manage the time for us. The public hearing is now open. Scott Lindblom will present background information of the proposal, any written comments submitted, and any additional information requested by the board. And there is Scott on Zoom. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Thank you for your time this afternoon. Pursuant to RCW 36-81-121 and WAC 136-15, the board is required to adopt a 6-year transportation improvement program before adoption of the budget each year. The Transportation Improvement Program, or we call the TIP, outlines the county's future plans for transportation improvements and projects. The TIP, as we prepared it, includes a summary of the legal and regulatory framework that guides our program, a summary of the revenues and expenditures. It includes our annual road program, which is essentially the first year of the TIP. It includes our 6-year list of projects and programs, also includes our 20-year capacity projects list, as well as our annual bridge report. Adoption of the TIP and the annual road program authorizes the county engineer to approve right-of-way plans for specific projects in the TIP and in the annual road program. Including projects in the TIP allows Public Works to seek and be eligible to secure funding and proceed with projects where funding is already available. The proposed program continues to be qualified upon the availability of financial support, and one which is minimal given the needs of the county. This draft TIP was presented to you in a briefing on July 29th of this year. The proposed program has also been available to neighboring jurisdictions, community groups, and the general public, and has been posted on the Public Works website. In addition, it's been posted on the Olympian and the legal notices on September 4 and September 11. The 6-year TIP is consistent with the county's strategic plan and meets Initiative 6, proactively shape a strong, diverse economy that provides equitable access to opportunity, and also it meets Initiative 8, which is support robust and well-maintained infrastructure systems for a thriving economy. As I did mention, it has been posted in the Olympian and has been made available to the public. And thus far, we've received no comments by social media, email, written, or phone calls.
Wow. Okay.
And welcome any questions you might have.
Commissioner Edwards, any questions of Scott?
I'd just ask, Scott, as we move into the 6-year plan, 5 of these years have already been mentioned last year, weren't they?
That's correct. So what you're seeing, the new year, the new edition is in 2026.
Right. So just so the public knows that it's all not brand new material. We've
Correct.
incrementally been building this up. Thank you. That's all.
Commissioner Menser, any questions or comments of Scott?
One of the important changes in this year's plan was the removal of the roundabout at Kaiser and Cooper Point. So I got another comment.
That's funny.
Yes,
That's,
yes, indeed.
all right, thank you. Thank you, Scott. Is there anybody in the room or on Zoom to testify, Romero?
There is no one present in the room, and there is no one join us via Zoom.
Then I'm going to declare there is no testimony. So any further discussion, gentlemen?
No, sir.
No? Okay. Is there a motion to close the public hearing?
I'll move to close the public hearing.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to close the public hearing on the 6-year tip. All in favor, say aye.
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 The motion carries. This meeting is adjourned.
Thank you,
Thank
Commissioners.
Thank you,
Scott.
Commissioners.